you want me to go on?
Yeah, go ahead. Make sure it's working.
And the guy that does Michael Jackson in Las Vegas, the choreographer and the one that runs the entire Michael Jackson.
We saw Michael Jackson last year.
He is our main guy for ours. So we got him. That's me.
Are we up?
Yep.
We're up early!
Oh, I was going to go tell.
God, I hope this damn boots. If I got to go down.
You can wing it. You're good.
Oh, yeah, I remember every phone number of every commercial.
We'll just get you the numbers.
I mean, if I had to, but my God, man.
I know, that's got to be a lot of pressure.
It's not even, it's just, the fucking computer should work. You know how old these computers are? Look at this. This one's Windows 7.
That's mine. I got Windows 7 on my personal.
Yeah, but how old is that?
It's pretty old.
10 years?
5. No, not 10 years.
Google it. How old do you think Windows? I'd say Windows 7. What are we on now? 10? I'd say Windows 7 first came out in 2007. That's 10 fucking years ago. Maybe I'm wrong.
They both answered you, but you don't have the volume up in here.
What do you mean?
About the internet.
Oh, is it working?
They said yeah.
Okay.
Jared said he's just getting ready for all the VIP clients to get there. Do you know who they are?
So they're already sending them around traveling and stuff. That's
well, he actually doesn't work for Miss Universe. They just fell in love with him, and so they took him with them because they wanted him to meet a bunch of people and try to get him out there. And hopefully something will hit. It's got to be in New York, though, because he just signed an agreement for an apartment.
What does he do for his job?
He's taking care of the VIPs.
A host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking thing is so slow. I swear to God, they've got to upgrade this computer. It's great. The damn computer puts me in a mood.
I never heard back. They're probably all on vacation.
I'm going to be reading copy off my freaking phone. Page unresponsive. Did we ever call that freaking boot guy, Joel? Did we ever try to get him actually to come on?
Not that I know of.
Did we ever try to get Joel to come on, the boot guy? I swear this isn't working. This is unbelievable.
You want me to go see if Mike's here?
No, he's not going to.
No, he needs to turn it up. How do you turn this volume up? There we go. Do we have his number?
Yeah, park it right. Whatever their number is.
The name, but that's going to be an answering service.
No, it's a human.
Right.
Because they have to give the code.
Right, but it's an answering service. I mean, I'm sure he's not there. But
I thought that guy had. Oh no, it was.
Facebook, they don't usually put that number.
We have his email, but I guess no phone number. You know what? Google white pages with his name. Yeah. Until GT.
No, we just call up the normal business and ask. There's no reason to do it any other way.
Well, they won't.
They can get in touch with him, see if he wants to come on. I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, Fergie from Black Eyed Peas is for.
See if Carl or someone's here. I have no internet. I have nothing. I've rebooted. I've done everything.
Huh? Yes.
Is that a Trump-owned business, or is
It used to be.
Okay.
So Paula used to work for Trump. Her office was right next door to Trump in New York, and she was the president of Miss Universe and Miss USA.
Oh, really?
And then now,
Why did
he sold both of them
Oh, he did?
before he ran for president,
I didn't know that.
and IMG has them now.
Okay.
Or at least Miss Universe.
Did he make money on them?
I don't know.
It's acting like it's got a virus or something. Page unresponsive. It's just blowing up.
You'll pay a little less to lock in a mortgage this week. Freddie Mac says the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage slipped to 3.92% from 3.95% last week. Rates are still lower than...
Oh, snap. Something went wrong. Oh, Google, you're so funny.
The Federal Trade Commission is looking into allegations that
Did they buy
TripAdvisor
Snap?
pressed negative reviews about travel locations. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel says Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin...
Okay, it's responding.
What's Joel's last name?
Joel Perry. Perri. Yeah.
I guess it's just the slowest damn... No, whatever.
We fixed it that fast.
Okay, then let's just replace Drew permanently.
You know, I went to high school with Shannon.
Oh, did you really?
Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today.
You guys graduated the same year?
To put it back on your list. Don't try to
That's smart.
yourself otherwise.
I think he was...
The first time.
Actually,
Oh, hey,
actually
Sandy,
went
what's
to
going on?
Overland. I went to Smoky Hill,
Oh, okay.
so I didn't end up graduating with him. But no, I think he was in my brother's class a year below me.
Smoky Hill, back in those days, it must have been.
I can after the
There was
show.
nothing past me.
Yeah, they're still.
Okay, I'll call you. Call me back, like say 1:30.
At least a few years ago.
And then you'll have to tell me what you're talking about with Hiram because anyhow, we'll talk then. Bye. I hate when two people get involved.
Two salespeople.
It's just, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you.
People are coming on. Happy Thanksgiving. Your computer has Windows 7. Somebody heard you say about Windows 7.
How old is it? Did you Google
No, I'll Google it right now.
it? Oh, come on.
Hey guys, as we're heading into the holidays, I bet you there's a special lady in your life who would love a piece of jewelry for Hanukkah, for Christmas. And I know some of
Mark, you're not even close.
listening, don't give her any ideas.
On what?
I know you would love
How old
to
is
buy
it?
her a piece of jewelry, and you might be thinking, well, I'm just not
I'm talking beta.
6 years old.
When did Windows 7
is high quality.
beta come out?
It's expensive. Wherever you get, whether it's $100
October, general release was October 22nd, 2009 at 10 a.m.
value for your dollar, and it will be something that special lady in your
So
life
when I was sales at MCI, you know, they always have competitions, and I always was one of the top winners, sales contest. And
Hold on one second. Windows 7 Server counterpart, Windows Server 2008 R2, was released, let's just say earlier.
Released to manufacturing.
Hold on. This is not answering my question. It's the beta that I care about. Just chill out, Dan. Lunch? Okay, here we go. Las Vegas, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer showed off Windows 7. Blah, blah, blah. It'll be offered in 2009. What's the date on this? Here we go. Nope. Okay, 12/7/08. So 9 years. I was 1 year off.
I just read it. It said 6.
2006.
No. 6 years old.
This is Kurt Campbell. You get a free copy of my book, The Future is Brighter.
Got it, he says.
so we would get these books, and depending on how many points you had, you could buy. And then the top rung was VCRs and betas.
Do you have
just come out.
spots? We shouldn't have much at all.
And
Food's
my
not here
boyfriend's
yet.
brother also, I worked with him.
In fact, I hope none of
He
I
got
hope
the beta and I got
I
the
hope I didn't
VHS.
book anything.
Oh, really?
And the beta within a year was belly up. You couldn't. It was like who, you know.
Where's the gift cards? Do we actually have them up here? Hey, Facebook people, we got some killer giveaways. I don't know how I'm going to give them away yet, but I think they're... Does she have the gift cards in there?
Mature issues, you know what I'm talking about. Stuff that people really don't want to talk about very
What are they? I mean, I'd like to at least say what they are besides gift cards.
King Super.
Let's, can Daphne unlock them? I just don't want, I want to say what they are. I mean, I don't want to give gift cards away to, you know. All right, cool. I mean, gift cards.
I think it should be.
They could be gift cards to Thanksgiving at Dan's. I mean, this isn't going to be.
Hey, that's a hot market
I
this
think it should
year.
be for people that are, if you know somebody who is needy, who needs
Right.
this.
You're right.
That's
Not
fine.
just-
We'll give them away to the needy.
That's
Is not every caller that calls in needy?
Oh,
Yes,
Are we
our
all
callers
needy?
are all needy. Yes, you are.
I'm going to give the
You
gift cards
are.
away to. I was going to give them to you guys.
I'm needy.
I said to Tom, are you sure that he didn't just give these to us? Because he works that way. Frank is a good-hearted guy. He's got a heart of gold.
Well, I don't think we'll be able to background check the people calling in, but you should maybe just say that.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
if you're
It's like,
needy.
come on, guys. We don't want people who, you know, can afford to buy their own stuff. Let's keep this real.
It is Thanksgiving.
It is.
On 630 KHOW.
Well, that's Daphne there, and that's not Wink and Wink you're looking at. Good hair day, though, huh?
Like Goldie Hawn action going on.
Operator with a pocket calculator. All right. Just so you know, I've got a check here I need to deposit. I'm endorsing the check right now.
Oh, so he's telling us that he's endorsing a check
Come on, where the hell is... Here.
on air. I'm endorsing a check right now.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Did you ever turn on YouTube as far as the...
No, the comments I have not. I will. I will.
Okay.
I will.
I keep bugging you, don't
I know where you got that shirt.
I?
All right, let's see here. Okay, so Frank, what is today? Wednesday. Frank,
Nicely done.
Genesis, approval reverse, Trenner.
Deposit. See what happens. Success, it says. I've now made a deposit to my checking account.
Oh, please tease us and hang over with that cliffhanger.
Paper check.
Let's see.
Over the card?
With his.
Before sales.
All right, I'm hitting deposit.
I need
Come back after the break. I'll tell you if it went through.
I need a vacation. It's the one thing.
So I just pulled up my phone, pulled up an app,
I
Genesis.
like that.
Oh yeah, he's giving details. Pull up an app,
and now
push this button.
I don't have to go to the bank.
Well, that's because he doesn't have a call on.
Technology. Now it's done.
Is this satire?
Wait in line for the guy at the credit union who is the slowest teller I've ever seen. Just
Let's see on detail.
works at the speed of the DMV. That sloth thing. I mean, nice guy. Now my life is easy.
Okay.
And I'm wondering
Approval
why
reverse.
more people don't.
I think banks are involved today.
I'm particularly wondering why older.
So next time you guys invest in something, let me know. Let me put some money in.
We do most of the stuff really quick, like that day or morning. I do.
He does, I don't.
But let me know. I know.
You gotta, like I said, I haven't done
I
mine,
rarely
it's been
write a
mostly
check.
oil and gas.
Oh.
In fact, go
I got eaten up on that damn. The worst thing I did all year was that goddamn
Foot Locker.
fucking Foot Locker. Who the fuck buys shoes at the mall? I mean, honest to God, I'm going to go to the mall and hang out in front of Foot Locker to see if anybody actually goes in there.
They like the shirts they wear.
No, here's what I'm thinking. I think there's some action in the back. Someone's looking at them. But once again, they're always in the mall.
I thought they had good earnings.
I think they hit the top and missed the bottom, but they did have great earnings. They did have great earnings. But all that matters was the forecast going forward. That's all that mattered.
It just came to me, quite literally, as I...
Costco's down today.
Costco. I love Costco.
Some ribs.
What's up, Gigi?
And Gigi is...
Telling her we're smoking. She's like, we're doing a no pressure Thanksgiving. I said, same here, but you better get that turkey right.
Get that turkey right.
I'm smoking.
We deep fat fry.
Oh my God.
These are all the like.
What's up, Greg?
Morning.
Oh, it takes an hour. 45 minutes.
Oh, hi, I'm
Gigi.
I'm Greg.
Nice
Oh,
to meet
you guys haven't met before.
I've been a deputy for a while. Awesome. So deep fry. You gotta be
45
careful, but
minutes to an hour.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How long does
My
smoking it
husband
take?
puts-
Long.
No, smoking
How many
takes-
pounds is
It's a
it?
7 to 8 pound turkey.
Yeah.
That's
7.
low. 7 hours.
6, 7 hours. Slow.
But when he smokes chicken, it's so
Holy
good. Cow.
You just got it just keeps it
He holds
moist.
it like this, and he's like.
Oh my God. You know they say
I'm a
they
comedian.
say you can turn
Oh, that's
you can make a
so
bong out of
funny.
anything. Have you Mark
Gigi,
does with a chicken?
have you
I
ever
think
had
you
a
can.
turducken?
I have not, but I've done it
chicken
right,
and a duck
done
and
it
turkey,
right.
Cajun style.
That's kind of
There's
good.
a lot of bones, man. I know I don't like eating meat.
Like,
No.
Kind of bone.
Bone.
I think
Oh,
you
you
debone
The turkey's got
has
the
bone.
But then you have
But
to
then
know
everything
how
else
to
is
debone.
The duck, no bones.
Okay. All squished in there.
I thought everything was deboned.
I
I thought it was just
the
all
chicken
meat.
looks like
Have you
this.
ever had a dog-cat goat? It's a gopher shoved in a cat, shoved in a
Oh my
dog.
God.
They're great.
They have
I'm not a huge duck fan.
Ming loves them.
You know,
Yeah.
so I have hunters that
So,
go out
yeah,
and
so
like
my
order
order.
in.
You
like
Did you see that video of that guy running from North Korea?
And I might like it.
I-
Holy shit, man. They shoot like 40 times at him. He gets hit 5. But the worst part is when they're operating on him, they're going to learn a lot of info from him.
Yeah, parasite.
He had a tapeworm or whatever that was 10 feet long. Or 10 inches, 10 inches long.
And you, it pulls. So
And that's a soldier. Can you imagine their non-soldier population?
The Chick-fil-A, so I make my own
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A at home.
Ooh.
You marinate
Think about
the
it.
chicken
If he had any relatives, they're
breast.
probably
Is
dead.
that what they do?
Oh, yeah, I can think of that.
And then you bread it.
I don't know.
You bread it,
I mean,
and you- but I have.
I don't know.
bought
Don't
one
they
of
eat
those,
their young over there?
Convection or those air
You can
fryers.
see why China doesn't want
I
a
don't
problem.
have that.
Can you imagine if 1 billion people with tapeworms ran over to your freaking country? It would be absolutely incredible. What would you do?
Air fryer.
I bet they'd sit at the border shooting them. I bet they would.
Stuff up. Best shrimp.
It's the same country that
And like in 7
they'd kill
minutes.
your child if you had more than one back in the 90s.
Yeah, for 2 of us,
Korea, not China.
10 minutes.
China.
China didn't kill them.
Yeah, they did. They threw them in the fucking river, if I remember right.
I thought they just find them.
And I put them in there, and they're
They
they're
did.
feet. Yeah, you spray it with a little bit of Pam, and
They killed them? I don't know if
that
it was
might
the
be on
next
our
day.
Christmas. I think
Yeah, they
you
make it
should.
back.
You should get. I
think they only killed the
3 of us
females.
in this
I'm looking at it.
Oh no.
You should, why didn't you
Oh, that's
ask him
awesome.
that?
That's
I'm going way back. I'm not talking China
because
now.
we have a deep fryer.
It's
and
$5
it'd be way better
$100
not
gift
be
cards
using
to
that.
King's. Yes.
So they're just, you can go buy whatever you want at King's.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
but you
yes.
can't buy other gift cards,
Right.
and you can't.
Why can't you buy other gift cards?
I don't
Does it
think
actually state?
It won't let you.
Okay.
It just won't let you.
I believe that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just let me know.
You need to buy stuff.
Yeah. But I think you can buy liquor and that stuff. I think everything else is good.
I don't know. King's sells liquor.
Yeah.
They sell like
Beer.
3.0, right? Or
3-2 beer.
whatever it is.
You can, but why couldn't you buy liquor? You see,
Can you
can't
buy
No,
your
you
beer
can't. I
at the
think you can buy
grocery
anything
store,
with that.
Dan?
What's
Do you
that?
buy your beer at the grocery
No,
store?
no,
It's 3.2.
Not starting. Is it next year or the year after? When's it change? It's real soon. It already passed. It's either next year or the year after.
Well, I think Costco out here having it is
Oh.
already screwed.
Right.
There's only one Costco that has it.
No, Costco just
Oh,
had
yeah,
that,
that is.
By the
Park
mall,
Meadows.
by Park Meadows.
Yeah.
Costco only has one liquor license in this state, so it might be the one at the mall.
No,
That's
the
fine.
one over there in Lakewood you're talking about?
It's not owned by Costco.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly.
it's not
This
owned.
one is owned by
It's
Costco.
inside.
The one
Their
by the mall.
vodka bottle that's this big
I
around and this
see
costs
that.
$13.48.
No, what?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Where?
At the
Because
Costco,
the
at
only
Park
one
Meadows.
was
13?
$13
right?
for the big thing.
They might have
And then
moved
they
the
have
liquor
the one
license.
that's,
Like Sam's Club, it was, I think, in Fordham.
It's
They opened a
19.
brand new club in Castle Rock. That's the one
So I
with
made
the
some pineapple
license.
vodka,
They
which my
moved the
sister
license.
loves, and she's
But
having
a lot of them, a lot of Sam's
Thanksgiving,
and
so I'm
Costco
filling her
have liquor stores. No, even inside of them, but it's still a separate business.
best pineapple or vodka.
What they do is they, whatever they generally make off liquor, they probably charge for rent.
Vodka and
Right.
So they make their money.
2 days.
But they're still not nearly as cheap as the ones that are owned by the actual.
Have you been to one at Park Meadows?
Until it
You
turns
should
white.
see the floor space they gave to liquor.
Where is it? I mean, I haven't been in there in a while.
It's right by Best Buy. Right
No, I've been in the club. Where is it in the club?
Right down the back by the food.
Okay,
furniture
you throw it away.
and
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clear,
and to the right,
clear.
even to the right of it, I mean,
I
they're
have one
switching
going
around
for
back and forth.
They did a lot of
Really
reshuffling.
take care
They
of
did
it.
the photos.
Wow.
I was there last night.
That's awesome.
It was
Yeah,
today, it was
yeah.
really crowded.
Display that
Yeah.
I have up.
Oh, it was awesome.
I have
It
it
was
all
crowded. I went
decked
and
up
got pies yesterday
Oh,
because I
like
figured
a
today would
capital
just be.
grill.
I love it. I love it.
We were there late,
Not
so
good.
Oh, I love it.
What's that idiot's name at
Joel Perry?
What's that idiot's name?
Okay, this is scary. You guys are answering
Yeah,
each other's
mine mouth.
sentences now.
Mine
Are
mouth.
you like in a bromance?
He's my muscle.
No, I'm the muscle.
Greg, he has one muscle.
What's his name?
Joel Perry. Do you know about this one?
No.
R-R-I.
So we went and cut off, somebody got a boot on there.
Okay.
So we went and hauled it away
Oh my God.
and cut it off.
We had a tow guy come in, I know, and
Oh, man,
we
that
snagged
was
a car from the parking lot.
Oh.
Then we took it over to a shop and we cut the boot off. Then I put the boot back on their front door.
The boot place, they said it
my
was
God.
property damage and everything. So what they
Martino
do-
was so,
Oh,
he hasn't
he
gone
was-
out and done one of these for a while.
he was-
Usually I do them. So it was him and I this time. He was so in his element.
He really was.
It was unbelievable. It was crazy. I haven't seen him like that in a
Oh
while.
yeah.
It's like a kid-
Alive.
He was fired
Like
up.
alive.
And then the guy said he was going to have us arrested
Oh jeez.
Arrested for what?
for destruction of
property.
property, the boot. So we've been saying, bring it on. But all of a sudden, he backed off yesterday. The prick realized I pulled everything on this guy. We know apartment complexes. I'm probably going to reach out to all the complexes that use them. He's a felon. The guy that started this company
Oh,
is a
no.
fucking felon. He stole over $100,000 from one person. On top of that, he's had domestic violences, third-degree assault. His rap sheet's this long. So as I start bringing this stuff up, his big fucking mouth shut up on the Facebook. Excuse my
Oh,
French.
that's okay. We're not on the air yet.
Excuse my Korean.
Oh my God. So, oh wow.
Well, so we brought it over to a place and they cut it off. The sparks were just flying with a little zip wheel. What?
Pull it
15
up.
seconds?
We did the whole thing live on Facebook.
15
It's up.
seconds? Is that how long it took to cut it off? About? I mean, he cut that baby off just.
Oh yeah, it was just one chain
Yeah.
link. It's the worst example of a boot I've ever seen. It looks like a yield sign
Okay.
with a chain through each corner.
And
then a
wrap
padlock.
around the axle, then padlock.
So you just need to.
It's really a fake boot. You can't even really call it a
Right,
boot.
right. So you send them you call them up, you get them the money.
They give
and
you a
then-
combination for the lock.
and you take it off yourself, and then you got to go drop it off at their place, and then they give you $175 credit.
Yeah, so you pay $325 or $30 to unlock it, and then when you drop the boot off, the yield
Right.
sign, they give you a deposit back. So they
Within
credit back
24 hours,
$175.
and you got to drop it off within 24 hours.
That lady didn't know about that deposit, right?
He found
she was
it.
expecting to pay
Well, hers was simple. She didn't have $330 to take it off. So it didn't matter if she got it back. She didn't have it, period.
And it's sitting there for a couple days.
And once if you don't have a credit card, I mean, granted, most people have a debit or credit card, but then what do you do?
There it is.
Oh, the sparks were just flying. Yeah, that was pretty cool when they cut that off.
It was great.
I
How come you
mean,
didn't just cut it off at the parking lot?
Because that wouldn't be cool.
Oh.
We had to make it good, man. We did like 4 videos. So the first video, I'm sitting waiting for Tom to show up, and I'm prepping everybody.
There's no signs here.
It gets like 1,500. Then the next one is Tom and I telling everybody, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over there. We'll be live again in 10 minutes. We're going to grab it. We're meeting the tow truck driver, and off we go. So the next video is a tow truck pulling up, and we're loading the vehicle up.
Oh, my God.
They were fast. That tow truck, I mean, they got them up.
And then we're like, okay, listen, we're going to get over to the shop and cut it off. We'll be back in 15 minutes live. And then the next one was there.
And actually, Tom did a condensed version.
He's watching
Yeah,
Really,
this is it.
it's really good.
Yeah, he's watching it. Once it gets through this stuff.
Then you're
Tom would
in
come
the
up to the camera,
action.
and we're going to get this one.
You guys do it at night?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock, so...
No,
you're
I don't
right.
think they let
This
you.
is I drove around the entire complex. There is no signs anywhere that this woman would have drove by.
seen.
If you go in and go the other way and go to the very back, there's one back there.
There
No.
wasn't anything in the driveway you drove in?
Nope.
No, not the entrance says
None here.
boots are used. See parking rules posted.
There it is.
There's no parking rules posted, so visitors have no idea. See what a piece of shit it is.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. It's like cardboard. I mean,
Yep.
it's metal, but it's really flimsy.
Yeah, we could have cut that with...
I think the guy's stealing yield signs and spray paint.
So, Gigi, he invented this.
Oh, this is his.
He's got a patent on it.
He invented the stolen yield sign that you spray paint. Hold up to someone's
Well,
car.
he invented that they can put a padlock on and call,
Yeah.
what they call remote removing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
course.
got it, got it.
Of course, we're thinking when it says remote, like it's Wi-Fi
Right,
or something
right.
cool.
But no,
No,
It's like OnStar or something like that.
Right.
Satellite enabled.
This is
No, but I mean, there are no signs. There are no signs.
So here's where the first video, we're like, okay, listen, we're going to
We're gonna do this. Yeah, look at Tom.
Oh,
He is fired up.
Next time, though, I will take his bubble gum away.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys should have thought of
Oh,
that.
look at that thing.
Look, I know, it's like you
It
could
was
almost...
like it was just draped over.
I know, man. It's so weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was almost like you said, I mean, a pair of Harbor Freight, hedge clippers might have fucking
Yeah,
got out.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
We thought it was hard to
in that
steal.
community.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Parking thing.
It was just regular
So they just
chain
posted
link.
this, you said
Meaning,
yesterday.
Oh,
Like,
What is
like,
it?
what they do on
Oh my
bars
gosh,
and
thank
business.
you. Awesome.
What's this on her front door?
Hard to-
No, it was Grindr.
it was
You just
just
can't touch
Kinda
it.
up around.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And it's
But
like that we
guess what? No place to park except right in front of the leasing office. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Can I keep this?
Oh, yeah.
there was people looking outside.
My daughter
there was
wanted
just,
me to give it to you.
I don't like those guys.
By the way, she the management company there.
Oh, you know what? Hey, they're
Yeah, I
using a
have
felon.
calls into them and they won't answer.
Yeah. They're using a freaking felon for parking.
I can just say, I don't think big apartment complex managing companies are
No,
usually.
they don't care.
Do you think
they're
they get any
horrible.
money, any kickback from that? You think?
Of course, the apartment
You think?
complex.
Of course.
Well, they're
Or
getting,
just-
worst scenario, they're getting
course.
free enforcement. Worst
Right, right,
scenario.
exactly. That's what I'm wondering.
I
if
bet
get
you
that.
anything they're getting something.
Here's $25.
Well, what I want to know is who's putting them on in that complex?
Oh, I imagine they do send trucks around with a guy, that's his job, put them on, because they don't have to pay money.
But who
Mark,
calls?
maybe we should
It's definitely the management company. Right?
A lot of these places,
Could
they
be the
just,
tenant.
no, they just come around.
Oh,
and,
they
and you're
just
right.
patrol.
They just patrol, but you're right, if there is somebody that they know, yeah,
Yeah.
they can call them, yeah.
It's funny how they put this up yesterday.
Who did?
The Grove. That's what his daughter lives there.
That's the parking rules?
Yeah.
And did they put them up by the where you turn the locks in?
Only one space per leaseholder. There'll be no exceptions.
How did it?
Parking is not allowed in no parking zones. Fire lanes, handicap spaces.
Uh-huh.
Please be considerate of others. Vehicles may not take up more than one space.
Yeah. And so when we first went there, we went to the wrong address. There was
Uh-huh.
part two.
Oh, the one right next to it, tell it.
Yeah, and when we drove around there, there's like a sign every 30, 40 feet.
And when I went out there, I told Tom, I bet him dinner. That I bet him dinner that the lady was full of shit and there was going to be signs every
Right.
30 feet.
And there were
Well, we drove into
basically
the wrong one.
Uh-huh.
In the first one, Dan's got the camera. I hopped out first sign. Here you go, Tom. I've done 30 feet. Second one. So we got 4 videos every 30 feet.
that was a different.
And then we
complex.
realized,
Hey,
shit, it's the wrong
where's
one.
this building number? This isn't matching up.
Interesting.
So then we drive into the other one. Nothing. A ghost town when it comes to signs.
The very back.
Except for signs that have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Well, the very back
Plenty
had,
of
what,
those.
4
Yeah,
like
the
this
back
here.
had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But you'd never, if you drove in and go left and go, you know, maybe 100 yards, that's where this woman was. Even if you went 150 yards, you'd still never see a sign.
Right.
That's not right.
Except for a sign saying, posted, that it's posted.
Oh, it said, you can't park in a
Covered parking.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Covered parking.
That's
Yeah.
But the
Permit
only,
only.
the only other one says is boot or immobilization in effect, parking rules posted.
Yeah.
They're not posted unless you drive all the way to the back corner. They do that shit on purpose, you know.
But
they do.
didn't that guy also said in response to Tom that, hey, this lady played you, there was bolts missing, did you see that the sign was taken off?
What?
Yeah, no,
Okay, she went in with her, you know, tools and took a sign down. Give me a
Text
break.
John, tell her we might do it.
Give me a
I'd like
break.
to, well, no, don't get John on yet. I told him 10:15 for 1. And then I found fake news, guys, that is unbelievable.
this is not Uber?
We're going to get into. Oh, Uber's like beyond
Oh,
belief.
that's right. Wasn't Tom saying every time he used it?
Yep, so now it comes out
It
57
happened
million
to me.
accounts hacked.
I don't know if it was Uber, but
this morning
I used
they have put out
Uber
a record of
and
them.
then my credit card.
Hackers,
Not
not
used.
to
Not to tell anybody they got hacked. That's illegal. They should be thrown in jail.
A year
And then on
ago.
top of that, Denver fined them $8.9 million.
Oh.
Denver did?
Yeah, they fined, or Colorado, not Denver. Colorado fined them
For
that.
what?
For basically lying about background checks, letting
Oh,
thieves, criminals
no.
drive around.
No way.
That's sweet. So they're just going to take that off my taxes, right?
Colorado,
Yeah, of
Uber.
course.
That's how it works.
That's all it works, just like what.
Uber hit with $8.9 million fine in Colorado for letting unqualified drivers on its platform.
That's terrible.
Well, do you think the Vegas driver that you used was
I told you he couldn't speak English. I guarantee he wasn't background checked. When are you going to serve them today for me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Will you do it today? Because I think they're right here.
No, it's real close.
Like literally, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they might.
Quebec and
They should.
Arapahoe.
It's going to be just like the, I can't say it because I signed that disclosure, but the phone company you sued for me. It's going to be the same setup. You're going to walk in, it's going to be one asshole that's collecting them for 100 people.
It was an asshole downtown. He wouldn't. I says, "How do you do this now and stuff?" Read the sign. That's what he said. Read the sign.
So.
Thanks, man.
Even though he's behind the cage, wouldn't answer any
Tell
questions.
him which one. Awesome.
This is what's the...
It's a guy who loves his job.
Yeah, it is right,
And then
exactly.
they.
What was his type thing?
Black Friday.
Black Friday. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he needs to see the,
people being served for
Shipping
multiple
starts
companies.
at 15.
Yeah, you register with the Colorado Secretary of State. You got to pick out an agent to where if someone sues you, they do it. A lot of people just pick out their place of business. Like with my Goodyears, I just picked out one of the Goodyear stores, and that's where they'd service. But some of these jerk-offs, these small contractors, well, they make up shit, like a P.O. box, and they never take it. You can never serve them.
They accept PO boxes?
I think they do, but even if not, a lot of P.O. boxes are still P.O. boxes. In other words, they're a UPS store or FedEx store with, but the company, yeah. In other words, it's a real address, but ultimately it's a P.O. box.
Yeah. So you're teasing us fake news. You're not telling us.
It has got me stirred up, man.
So he doesn't.
The fake news?
The fake
And
news.
it's not Uber.
I'm sick of fake news.
It's not Uber.
No,
Her
it's not Uber.
girlfriend's best friend from college.
Darn it, we gotta look.
She was president of the
Fake news is more.
and they fell in love with him and they.
Is it on the news today or?
To Vegas.
It was
So he's
big,
working
big,
this universe.
the last couple days.
And so they're paying him for the.
A lot of people probably don't realize it's fake news yet.
So he's taking care of you.
Some probably do.
So exciting.
That the guys, the UCLA guys never got out of China.
I love it.
No. Trump had the CIA pick up the father and ship him to China.
I call him the golden.
Now let's see what you say.
Just
You know his dad, LeVar
stumbles
Balls,
into stuff like that.
his son is a rookie at
I love that.
LA
What a nice
basketball team.
thing to have in life.
What is
So
it?
he's got a
Oh,
tennis shoe company
Luck.
called the Ball.
Lucky.
You know what the cheapest tennis shoe is for him?
here he
The
is.
cheapest,
Oh, he's adorable.
$450.
Oh,
And people said
My baby.
to him and stuff, you know, boy, that's expensive for a
Here he is
shoe.
when he was
He said,
little.
if you can't afford $450, you can't. You're not a big baller.
Cute. Oh, now this one.
He said he'd sell it for $2 billion.
No wonder they're.
What, you looked up how many shoes did he sell? 500 pair? 400 pair?
He's a good guy.
And he wants $2 billion for the company.
Good investment.
And the shoes, the ones I looked
They're
at,
ugly.
my God, they looked like.
I know it. I thought they were the red ones, and I just had looked somewhere else before.
No, you thought they were the ones with the big.
When you're in high school,
So you don't fall over.
Jimmy just makes Jimmy jump high. Don't you remember that Seinfeld?
I know.
He wants to be like an agent. Yeah.
Jimmy's mad at you, Kramer.
He actually was offered.
And that's he asked Elaine out. Remember, he goes, Elaine, Jimmy really likes him.
Oh, she thought it was the other guy.
He was offered it. He had finals in college.
Jimmy really
And
likes him.
what did George do in that episode that they were going to turn him into the health club?
So he just.
Oh, that's where he urinated in the shower.
He peed in the shower. And then he was going to turn him in for what? If he turned him in for urinating, he was going to turn Jimmy in.
Not wiping the sweat off.
Not wiping the sweat off.
It does.
We got him.
They're drains. Everything's in a drain.
And what did he say to Elaine about George? What did he call him? You're friends with the urinator.
Urinator.
You lost that one, but.
You're friends with the urinator, aren't you?
So, yeah,
I think in
he
general
made it
people
perfectly
pee in the
clear.
shower.
I don't want any of
Pipes!
No.
They all go to the same place.
And what does Jerry say? Yeah, everybody likes to stand in a pool with someone else's urine.
The sad thing is that there are people that enjoy that. You snorted.
Oh, man.
I got Marty to snort.
Timeshare issues. God, people buying timeshare.
Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one.
Is it?
I don't want to tease, sir.
Is it Exit Team?
No. This guy was going to sell it. He thought he was going to get 20 grand for it. They said but he had to send money in a trust down to a Mexican bank.
Oh, jeez.
And he did it.
Guess how much? 16.5.
What?
Did nothing happen? He still owns it?
That was in March, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah,
This is
no,
nothing.
that's a rip-off.
Here's the update. I sent him another $7 grand, and I haven't seen that back in. The ones that kill me, they call in. I gave the guy $5 grand. He barely showed up, did anything. Then I gave him 2 more, and now I haven't seen him. How many times do we hear that? You sit there and your brain just goes, what are you thinking?
I know.
They think if they help them out more, the people will feel bad for them and finish the job. I mean, there's some psychological bullshit behind it.
You see that one on Betty? That's the one you might want to get Fuller on.
Yeah, I do. I will.
Okay.
Drew, I want all conservative music today, no liberal bullshit.
Oh, man.
Mark runs a tight ship. Conservative music.
Country music, I guess.
Leonard Skinner and the Eagles.
Did you get Tommy's text? He texted us.
Scratch for you?
I got Compass coming on for 2 or 3. I think 3 is inebriated. He sounds awesome. No, I could be wrong.
yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
that's
what's your name?
Gay.
Oh, no.
Tay?
We should leave
No,
it with that.
Tay. I said spell it. Terry.
Oh. Where did the one bottle of Mingarita go?
Yeah, it's down there. There's actually 2 bottles.
There's
there.
2, but there's one missing.
I grabbed one from my desk so I could take it home.
Oh, we
Otherwise, I
thought you
forget.
brought it up here.
No. I forget them every time. And stuff like that.
Yes.
Tastes like the soup.
Mine's in my beer fridge, ready to be tried.
You're not as light as you would think.
Holy moly.
Is anybody in the studio tonight?
Be prepared to call
It's
Uber
best stuff.
today.
Okay.
He hasn't talked about it. Has he talked about it?
Hate Uber.
Mark hates Uber.
He only lifts now.
He only lives.
I'm going to give Uber a lift. Get it?
This is
the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Welcome to the show. As you know, it's the only show of its kind. Well, what do we do here? You know what we do. We get directly involved beyond anything. We solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. And, man, do I have a lot of complaints today. First of all, I want to jump into Uber in a second, who I personally can't stand. One of their drivers stole my phone. Yeah, they stole it. You know what? I know people out there are going to say, well, you left it in there. Yeah, I left it on the dashboard for 5 seconds. The driver wouldn't call me back. He took off with it, and then he tried to charge me more for another ride because the app was still running. Then I wake up. Listen to this. You know what Uber did, folks? If you haven't read this yet, it is mind-blowing. They had a data breach of 57 million records. Okay? These are individuals, drivers, everything. You know, when Martino was talking about every time he took an Uber, all of a sudden, he'd have these other credit card charges. Suzanne, you saw them. They were, and he wasn't kidding. Every single time.
There were several, Mark.
And they'd be like other Uber rides in New York when he's here in Denver. So a lot of them were absolutely impossible. Then, completely different stuff, like clothing and other merchandise that he never authorized all the time after an Uber ride. So listen to this. 57 million people got breached through Uber. But that's not the worst part. Listen to this part. It's going to drive you insane. They paid the guy that hacked them. This is over a year ago almost. They never reported it to anybody, never told anybody the data was breached, so people couldn't go out and lock up their credit cards and secure their identity. They didn't tell anybody. You know what they did? They paid the guy, apparently, or allegedly, $100,000 not to tell anybody he hacked them. I don't know if it was an inside job. No one knows anything about it. If this was a publicly traded company, which it is supposed to be soon, they're going to have an IPO, they'd be throwing people in jail. You have to report when stuff like this happens. It is an amazing thing when a company that you trust your data, we give these people our credit card information, and beyond that, listen to me. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Not only do we give them billing information, do you realize with that app on your cell phone, these jerk-offs, excuse my French, know where you are at any time. They know where you are. They know where you live. They know where you go. They know your habits. And now, they let everybody else know it. Uber. Dan, what are you going to do for me after the show today?
I'm going to go serve them.
Dan's serving them for me because they will not help me get my phone back. I am telling you, the driver that took my phone and wouldn't give it back, and I know he took it. There is 100% sure in my mind this guy drove off with it. He wouldn't contact me back. At first, he wouldn't contact Uber. He didn't speak a lick of English, and why do I bring this up? Here's why I bring it up, because I know the guy wasn't background checked. When I download that app, they say their drivers are background checked, and guess what Colorado did? Just yesterday, they fined Uber $8.9 million. $8.9 million because they're lying to us consumers. They're lying to us about these drivers out there. Some of them I'm sure are great. I'm sure they have some wonderful, wonderful drivers. I've taken Uber. In fact, Suzanne, in Las Vegas, we probably took how many Ubers?
Dozens.
And how many were great?
Most of them were great. But are we going to start using Lyft now?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to start using Lyft because Uber, I don't know what they're doing out there.
Yeah.
They're not telling people they got breached. Gigi Wink, one of my favorite attorneys to have in.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. Gigi, what do you make of this crap?
Well, I've had unauthorized charges after using an Uber.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, earlier this year. And I remember hearing Tom talk about it, and I was like, ugh. So
and they don't tell anybody.
No.
Is this would you
terrible.
say okay, when are the attorneys going to get involved? This is what we need. In fact, how about our guy in New Jersey, Suzanne? How about our guy, what's his name? Our attorney.
Which one?
The guy in Jersey. How many attorneys do we have in Jersey?
Oh, the Mozzie Katz guy. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if he wants to do something. Slater.
Yeah.
This guy, he's incredible. He'll go after him like you've never seen. He's a pit bull. He'll do a joiner. He'll do the whole bit and go after him. I guarantee everybody else is thinking of this, or all these attorneys have already thought of it.
Right.
But it just came out yesterday.
It did.
Isn't it? Let's call Slater and let's get him on. We've got the power. You realize right now if I said everybody that's got Uber email us at this, and we're going to get a class action going. Just this show right now is downloaded 100,000 times plus all the time from coast to coast. Can you imagine how many people we could get for a good attorney? Just to go after these scumbags, in my opinion. Covering something up like that is absolutely insane. And Gigi,
it's wrong.
I'm glad to hear in one way your card was compromised because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And people got to learn not to use Uber. They had great technology, but the company apparently is wrong, and run horribly in every which way. Now, I digress a little bit. Any comments you have on Uber, I'd love to hear it, or if you've been ripped off by them. But this is one I would like to get a class action going. You know, the other thing, if you haven't seen Tom and my Facebook, when we went out and cut this boot off, Gigi, you just saw it for the first time.
I did.
It's riveting.
Did. Watch it, everybody. It's
really
good.
It should be an HBO special.
It's awesome, though.
This guy, Joel Perry, P-E-R-R-I. By the way, when I pulled a background check on this guy, my God. Domestic violence, third-degree assault. He's a felon. He owed one guy, he still, according to Colorado courts, still owes well into the $90,000 range. But he owed over $123,000. So for apartment complexes out there, and I got some yesterday, but I want more. If you live in an apartment complex that has signs that say "Park it right," and they use this crappy boot system that looks like a yield sign in a bicycle chain, if you live in one of these apartment complexes that has it, I want your information. I need to make sure, for public safety, in my opinion, that people that live in these apartments and people that manage and run these apartments know who they're dealing with. This guy wanted to get on Facebook and badmouth Tom. I got to tell you what, I don't put up with that. I don't put up with it, buddy. So that's where we're going to stand. So please, live at Troubleshooter.com, live at Troubleshooter.com. Sometime next week, I'm going to go visit each of these complexes and make sure they understand who they're dealing with. And I'd like to reach out, finally. I think we've tried. If not, let's try now. Deputy Dan, Deputy Greg, one of you, please go in there at the break, and let's reach out to Mr. Joel Perry, and let's have him on. I would love for him to come on and explain his whole system and what a great guy he is. He's told us on Facebook, in so many words, I'm paraphrasing, but he is a consumer advocate. You know why? Ready for this, Gigi? Because when he boots your car, he doesn't tow it away. He makes it simple for you to get it back. So therefore, he is great for the public. You know the real answer? He couldn't get a PUC license, so he had to get out of the towing business. That's why he's not in the towing business, and he came up with this. And it's actually ingenious. I'll give him this. It's ingenious. Because you know what? Most people don't have the money. Well, no, I'm going to take this back. Here's why it's ingenious. Most people wake up, the boot's on there. And let's say the signs were posted and everything was done right, unlike the circumstance we went out. So let's say everything was done right and the person deserved to get booted. He really came up with a great business plan because you simply call up. He doesn't have to buy a tow truck. He doesn't have to pay a driver. He actually, all he did was cut his own cost. He's not a consumer advocate. He figured out a better way to blackmail people, in my opinion, of course. All right, listen, we have got a ton of stuff going on, and I've got to tell you guys about some fake news. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm going to come back, go to calls, because Betty's been waiting. Ray, Terry, Dwayne, we've got lots of stuff. Somebody wants to know if a camper he bought's a lemon. Terry was in a car accident. That sounds serious. Betty, I heard Suzanne talking to her a little. I think she was rear-ended. She may have injuries. We'll try to get John Fuller on. In fact, let's try to get John on. I'll take that one right after the break. And then another timeshare problem. When will people learn?
Yeah, those are good. Bernal's good call.
I forgot about his attorney, the Law Shark.
Oh, that's right.
The attorney the tow driver has writing us a letter is the Law Shark. You know what I call him? The Law Guppy.
He's going to be. Well, he hasn't said anything from that last that he sent to Joel Zero, right? He did the next day. He sent that to Joel Zero. We haven't heard from him.
He's an idiot. Talk about poking the bear. I mean, what does he think he's doing? Here's the funny part. He's dropped off the planet in the last day or two.
Unlike those other people, remember, what's that, Auto?
I know. Some of them, like, my favorite, though, was Calvin Eccles. This guy would just come on Okay, you're right. But Tom, and then he'd just dig into Tom.
What about your bankruptcy?
Yeah, I know exactly. How about your bankruptcy? Yeah. And then he'd get Tom going again, and he'd call up and apologize, and we'd go through it again. Because he's crazy. He does not have a normal thought pattern.
No, he doesn't. You're right.
Either that, or he gets drunk during the call. Like he's sober at the beginning, takes 12 shots during the call,
Then he gets a little brave.
and then gets brave. You get a lot of bankruptcies. I'll just ask you on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, if we can get that Joel Perry, boy, that'd be good.
The consumer advocate, Joel Perry.
That's what he, in his LinkedIn thing, that's what he talks about.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
See, they're saying here that it's a towing company that will tow your car.
Well, if it's a towing company, I don't know what to make of it because
yeah, it says
our informant, if you will, says he can't get a PUC license. Now, maybe it's in his wife's name.
I think that they're saying towing, and it's actually booting.
Booting has no regulations. Towing has massive regulations.
Right. It says to prevent your vehicle from being towed. A third-party company has been hired to enforce these rules and tow those in violation. Towing and booting are two different things.
I wonder if they got rid of these guys. Nah, I doubt it.
Now, after a few days, they may tow them.
Oh, if it's booted?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Most people, they're going to wake up, and what are they going to do? They got to get to work.
Right.
Are they going to risk missing work? They're going to call up, get the combination, and go to work. That's what they're going to do.
Oh, you're right. I mean,
it's a better way to blackmail, in my opinion.
When I talked to the sheriff's
it's like having a remote gun.
Property,
go hunting with a deer with a remote gun.
Right.
Don't got to go out and get cold.
Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair is taking the mystery and fear out of the repair process. Now, they'll find and fix any problem on your car for a guaranteed $89 plus parts. That's all you pay. Or the visit's free. And if the problem is major and they can't possibly fix it for $89, they won't charge you a dime, but you'll get a comprehensive written diagnostic. That's fine, fix or free. $89 at Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. 303-781-9858. 781-9858.
Well, Daphne, didn't you say that towing and booting are under the same laws?
Well,
call them up
there is no. What I said was there is no specific law basically for booting. There's nothing for booting.
Okay.
It's all towing, and it falls under. They just kind of. And Denver's the one that has the $100 limit.
Yeah.
Not our line.
Okay.
Okay.
Denver has a.
Which is a pretty good deal, really. I mean,
yes.
Where these guys charge them $3.30,
but they start with one boot, and then they can go to 2 boots.
So then it's 200.
Right. But outlying cities
Did you get them?
Are not Denver, and they can.
No, I got. If you want.
I'll ask you on there.
Mark, I was going to get Compass on for those 2 calls as well. Is that okay? Have 2 experts holding or not?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
But you're going to take old Betty there.
They said that you were instructed not to contact them.
What's that?
They said that you were instructed not to contact them.
No, they said don't come on my
Say,
property.
you're not him.
They said Tom better not come on their property. Didn't say anything about
the properties that they manage.
Right.
No.
All right, I got to tell you about Genesis Exteriors. Mark Szymanski is the owner down there. Honestly, if you're Denver Metro, I mean Thornton all the way to Castle Rock, if you need siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, if you need stuff on the inside like a new kitchen or a remodel in the bathroom, maybe get your basement done, improvements of all kinds, large and small, Mark Szymanski, Genesis Total Exteriors, 303-679-8509, 303-679-8509, 8509 has been with us on the referral list for a long, long time. Great people. Once again, even ask for the owner, Mark Szymanski. They'll come out and give you a free bid. Okay, so I have got a ton of stuff going here. I'm going to hop over to Betty. Betty, what's going on? Betty, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What's going on? I heard you were in an accident. So someone rear-ended you? Was it on the highway? Where was it? What happened?
It wasn't on a highway. It was in town. I was rear-ended when I was stopped at a red light.
Got it. Did that person get a ticket for, I don't know, failure to stop or what?
She got a ticket. I believe it was for following too close.
That would make sense. So, and then I guess the next question is, I heard you talking to Suzanne. What questions do you have? I heard something Suzanne asked you if you had injuries or what's going on.
Well, I have an MRI scheduled, and I'm hoping to find out at that time.
I don't understand what that means. So you have an MRI scheduled to see what? Are you in pain right now? Have you been in pain since the accident?
I've had a lot of soreness.
Okay, so you want to basically have an MRI just to get checked out, but you have been in pain.
Yes.
You know, you bring up an interesting question, and I'm going to go to John Fuller on our referral list, but hold on, let me lock you in. Hey, John, how are you today, man?
Great. Good morning, Mark.
You know, she brings up something interesting. She's, okay, Betty, first of all, do you have an attorney right now?
No.
Okay. So, John, I don't understand if she hasn't felt good since. How do you look at that as an attorney? Let's pretend you're on the insurance company side, and she's in an accident, and she's not feeling good. I mean, what do you do? What do you do if you're Betty right now? What's the best advice you can give her?
Betty, when did the accident happen?
It was November 8th.
November 8th. So you've been a good couple weeks since the accident. Have you had any sort of treatment since that time?
No.
Did you go to the emergency room or get checked out by your primary care doctor?
The emergency room and my primary care doctor.
You did go to both of those?
Yes.
And did they diagnose you with any medical conditions at either one of those places?
Dizziness, memory loss.
Why did they want an MRI? Because of the memory loss, Betty?
I think so. That was my primary care doctor.
So, John, she truly does. I mean, even if they haven't figured out what's going on with her, she was in an accident. She's been dizzy ever since. They want to put her through an MRI machine.
Sure.
I mean, something's not right here.
No, I agree, Mark. Something's, you know, the MRI is being looked at as more of a rule-out type examination more than anything else. So what they're looking for are things like bleeds and stuff like that, soft tissue damage in the brain. So assuming that comes back negative, you know, then they can move down the list to try to figure out what else is going on. Is the MRI of your head or of your neck, Betty?
I'm assuming my neck.
Is it your neck that's hurting?
Yes.
Okay.
Betty,
So
I gotta ask her something though. Betty, why haven't you called an attorney? You know, in these days, most people, you know, maybe they jump the gun and call an attorney too early, arguably, but why, if you've been injured and someone hit you, I'm just curious to get inside your head a little bit. Why haven't you called an attorney? I mean, I'm glad you called us now so we can help you, but why? I really want to know.
I called the other driver's insurance and thought that they would, you know, take care of everything.
Right.
So I try to do what I'm supposed to do, and I did go and get the appraisal. And
for your car, the property damage.
Yes. And the settlement value, the car's totaled. The settlement value was a little under $5,000. I'm actually a senior on a fixed income, and I'm thinking,
Betty, did you accept that $5,000 yet?
No.
Okay, listen, I'm going to personally help you with the property damage in the car. I can only get you what the vehicle's going to be worth, so I don't know what that is, but I am personally going to help you with that, of course, off air, and we'll help you with that. But I want you to call John, and you need to talk to him. I mean, listen, you're not feeling good after an accident. This is what insurance is for. You can't feel guilty about it, and my God, you cannot listen to what the other insurance company's saying. Their only goal in life is to make you go away. John, do me a favor. Tell me how that conversation goes in your mind when someone that's in an accident calls up the other driver's insurance company and basically says, hey, you know, my car's totaled and I'm not feeling good. What do they say?
oh, we're really sorry, we're going to take good care of you, and we just want to help you get through this. And they do everything they can to make you think that they're on your side and that they're going to treat you fairly and do everything, and that absolutely you're not in need of an attorney. And so all
Betty?
of those things are categorically wrong.
Betty, is that how that conversation went?
Yes.
Yeah, they're out to get you. I don't know how else to put it. I'm going to make you promise to call John after this, but on the car stuff, I am going to help you personally. When you get into personal injury, John's going to look there and do everything just to get you feeling better and get you back into shape and make sure, really, that's John's ultimate goal. And let me tell you something. We had a lady, Betty, come flying through a red light and T-bone Suzanne and I, totaled our car. Our car was totaled. Suzanne ended up with some back issues, ended up with a broken nose and other stuff, and I'm going to tell you who I called. He's on the line right now, John Fuller. So I want to make that extremely clear. This isn't, oh, I know this guy and blah, blah, blah. This is the guy I literally called when we got injured in an accident. Simple as that. And I can't put it any other way. But personal injury attorneys generally don't deal with the property damage. I am going to personally help you with that, and we'll figure out every loss you have with the property damage, and I will get you and fight for every single nickel I can get you for your car and anything damaged in the car. For example, we had groceries in our car. I got every grocery replaced that went bad because we were in an accident. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. John, I appreciate you coming on. Suzanne, make sure she knows how to get Fuller right afterwards, and then I want you to give her give her your cell, and we're going to get involved. John, get with me on the personal property because you can help me out with that a little bit too.
I will. Thank you.
All right, you guys hold on. Betty, hold on, okay?
Okay.
This is a horrible thing, and I want people to really take one thing out of this. Think about what that insurance company told her. Oh, we're going to take care of you. How old is she? Babe, how old is she?
I believe she's 80.
I don't know.
You're not Babe.
Oh.
Dan is
You're
Babe now.
my Babe.
I thought I was.
I just want everybody to know out there, Dan is not my Babe. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But there is a bromance.
80?
I don't know, Mark.
Okay, well, I thought I heard around 80. Okay, from Dan. So, listen. When they hear that, these insurance companies, here's a lady that went to the emergency room, went to the doctor. Somewhere in her mind, she thinks, you know, that insurance company's looking out for her. That insurance company, I assure you, is not looking out for her at all. Okay. Terry was inebriated and was in a car accident. What do you mean that was for me? What is that? Oh, God. Okay, Suzanne's basically saying, hold on. Yeah, he's going to hear me offline. Okay, I'll tell you. Terry, I got to ask you a question. Are you drunk right now before I talk to you? Not that I really care, but are you? Terry?
Are you addressing me?
Yes, I am, Terry.
I was not drunk. I'm not. I haven't had a drink
Perfect.
in over 15 years.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so, you smoking any weed?
No.
Okay, good. You were in a car accident. What question do you have, sir?
Well, my first question is there a deadline on response from the policy holders?
You mean the other companies? In other words, someone was at fault and you were in an accident. You were not at fault, correct? At least that's what you're saying.
Correct. The other driver got a ticket for careless driving.
Perfect. And then you reached out to that insurance company, right?
Right.
And they have not, and they're not responding to you?
No.
Okay, how long's it been?
The accident was on November 10th. I think the claim was filed on the 14th.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that just happened, and this is around the holidays. But I want to bring up Jeremy with Compass Insurance. And by the way, I don't care who you have. Tom will say if you have State Farm and other people, blah, 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 call them up. But I don't care who you have. I don't care what company you have. And Jeremy will say this too, but even if you have Progressive, which is one of the companies that Compass Insurance price checks for you, you still want to call up Compass once a year maybe once every 2 years, and recheck, because they'll check with their other people. Compass might go up if you have a teenage kid that just started driving, where not State Farm, but where one of the other ones comes down. I mean, it just goes all over the place. Jeremy with Compass Insurance. Terry's got a great question, though. What is the normal time frame, if there is such a thing, for an insurance company to start actually writing you a check or telling you what to do?
Yeah, so most companies, and this does fluctuate a little bit, but most companies will go off of 40 days to accept liability.
Yeah, so we're talking 7 days is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about an insurance company accepting liability, they're going to do their due diligence on their end to talk to their insurer, try and piece together what happened. 40 days might be viewed as accepted.
Terry, was that a bong hit, I heard? I'm just kidding, Terry. So, Jeremy, it's no big deal. 6-7 days, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point,
you made me think something. I want everybody to understand something. When he said take liability, that's the first step these insurance companies do, and I'm going to twist this a little bit into more of a homeowner's policy. And Jeremy, jump in if you think I'm saying something wrong or agree. But here's the deal. And Terry, I want you to understand this. Taking the responsibility. So let's say it's a hailstorm, and your adjuster comes out, they look at it, they got to decide whether or not you have coverage. Now, once they say it's a covered event, they truly open themselves up to all the damage that's found from there. So it's not necessarily just your roof and the hail, but once they take that coverage and admit it's a covered event, then if you have railing, paint, siding, windows, everything else, and this is why I tell people to get a public adjuster out eventually, even afterwards, to play cleanup. Once they accept that it's something that's covered, they open themselves up to everything. Right, Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, the loss is predicated off the event. So if in hail is a good example, if hail is a covered peril and hail causes the damage, then whatever was caused, whatever damage was caused by that hail.
Correct. So in other words, they can't come out. Here's what I'm trying to get through to people. They come out and say, okay, your roof is all that was damaged. We're going to give you $12,000 or we'll work with your roofer and get it done. So they give you $12,000, boom, 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 you get the roof done. 3 months later, you happen to be looking up at the side of your house and go, oh, looks like the siding got hit a little with that hailstorm too. They have to, long as that same event took it, they still have to come back and do that stuff for up to 2 years. Generally.
Yeah, you really do want to try and figure everything out initially, whether that's, having contractors come out, whatever form people want to do that, because you're going to be in somewhat of an uphill battle as time goes on.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you, though, Jeremy, public adjusters, in my opinion, are the best way to play cleanup. But, Terry, do you have any other questions for Jeremy? You just got to hang tight, man. I know it's not going as fast as you want, but you just got to wait a few more weeks.
Nobody has answered my basic question. Is there a legal deadline when they have to respond?
No. In fact, I'll tell you, I'll make it even worse. They don't have to respond. They don't have to talk to you. They don't work for you. You didn't hire them. If they don't communicate with you after a certain amount of time that you feel is adequate, then you sue the person that hit you, not the insurance company. That insurance company owes you nada lada. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Well, okay, Jeremy, maybe you can explain it better. It's very straightforward. Sure. They are not your insurance company. If it was your insurance company and you were going after them, yeah, you could go bad faith, you could do other things. That insurance company was, their only responsibility legally is to the person that they're insured.
Right, so basically you need to figure out how long you're willing to wait. If you get no response, or even if you get a response you don't like, at some point you have to make the decision that you're going to turn this over to your insurance company.
Terry, maybe we can help you in this fashion. What insurance company was it?
It was Allstate.
Allstate. No, we can't. I was hoping it was one that Jeremy would have a relationship with, but no. You're with one of the ones that somewhat hold people hostage, so. Were you hurt?
It was completely property damage. My car's totaled.
Got it.
I'm self-employed. I'm locked out of doing any work at all.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, you're going to have to make a claim. I mean, Jeremy, he could make a claim for lost wages, everything, if that was like a company vehicle or something he used.
Well, let me ask, do you have comp and collision on your policy?
No.
Oh, man,
No, so it's liability.
For the life of me, I don't know why people don't do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Terry, you're just you can't go after your own insurance company, so you're just going to have to wait for theirs. I mean, I'd call them up and bug them all the time. Find out where the agent is. I mean, there's lots of things like that you can do. Hey, by the way, Jeremy, I appreciate you coming on. Both of you have a good Thanksgiving. And Terry, honestly, I'm not sure what else to tell you. You just got to wait. 6-7 days is nothing for a claim. Absolutely nothing. I do want to tell everybody, though, about Joan Sullivan and Approval Reverse Mortgage. She is one of the best women out there. In fact, the only one I truly, truly, truly trust to talk to people about a reverse mortgage. If you're over 62, you intend to live in that house for as long as possible, you have equity in the home, and, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a mortgage, as long as you have equity in there, call her up and talk to her. If it's not right for you, she'll tell you. She'll explain the program, but there could be a lot of changes coming up next year, which means call her now and talk to Joan Sullivan. 303-771-3528. It's approvalreverse.com. Joan's number, 303-771-3528. That was so funny. He's inebriated.
She came in more too. That's the top of the show. Oh, just old.
And see, people blame me.
Of course, your husband. That's what I get you.
Your husband called
Your husband. Right boy. The teenagers even say it when they're pitched at. Yeah. Your husband. That is so funny. Your husband.
So you're not really Mark, you're your husband.
Are you really staying these days? Oh,
I didn't want to talk to her. That's why I did this thing.
Bang. Yes, Mark.
yeah.
Your voice is awful deep.
Drew won't let me say it on the air. Besties with testes.
He didn't cut me.
Oh, that's so funny. What?
He didn't cut me when I said jerk off, did he?
No.
Okay. He gave me an eyebrow. He gave me the stink eye.
He gave me the stink eye. And what was the stink eye?
There's definitely a bromance between these two.
Yes.
Yes. It's true.
You quit saying you always have a good hair day. Keep that up.
You what?
I'm going to quit saying you always have a good hair day.
You haven't seen me in the morning. This doesn't just, I'm out of bed with this and this good.
You shake it, it all comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like this.
Text Martino, ask him what folder he put Become the Banker in.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you read a letter that we're going to try to send to Delaware for my son?
Yeah.
And should it be from a lawyer or just us? They haven't really started hitting on pieces for the car. I mean, do you guys normally work it like that? Or it comes from a lawyer?
No, we send the power of attorney and then we call and speak to them. But the problem is if they're not coming to the table, it's hard. Yeah, usually you want to wait for them to come to the table. Because if they're not ready to settle, you're putting numbers out there before they're really, you don't want to negotiate against yourself, right? You kind of want to hear where they're at.
Where he put Become the
send it to a collection?
Yeah, they probably will.
They do have their own collection department.
And now, who is the guy? Is this a guy in the collections department? Or no, he's saying, got it, he's talking about the other owner.
That's the other guy, yeah.
How much is your kid looking at?
I think $9,000. But the worst thing about it, Mark, no, it's not just that. It's when you get, if we paid it off, so you did that, you get the other kid in off the hook. I want this kid to pay. I mean,
So, you haven't been speaking to anyone in Belco Collections?
Yes, we have, but they don't tell you very much. They won't even negotiate or anything. They don't do anything.
Huh.
They just said, yeah, they don't do anything.
That's very odd.
Right.
So they're not,
we have to initiate.
okay. So they're not sending collection letters?
Not yet. No, just saying that the last one we got was, you got 10 days to answer this or it's going to go to collections. So, yeah.
And then since then, you've talked to someone at collections?
Yes.
And they just say nothing, you just
We tried to
pull
get
them out?
information about what happened. We didn't realize you didn't have insurance.
Uh-huh.
We didn't even know about the accident way back then.
Okay.
They didn't let us know.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know how they normally work.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is this is going to go nowhere.
Okay.
You need to have the right, you need to have a decision maker on the phone to start a negotiation.
And they should be the first ones to...
Usually they...
All right, 303-713-8255. That is the telephone number. When one line drops off, I will tell you. And then you can call up any questions you have, any problems, anything like that. You got to call in. By the way, Gigi Wink, I was thinking, the economy, well, at least the stock market's up, unemployment's down. The bankruptcies, are they up or down right now? You've been in the bankruptcy business for a long time.
They've been down for years. No significant uptick. So I think so many people filed during the crash and in the years following, like 1.5 million people were filing bankruptcy every year.
How many
9,
people?
10, 11, 12, and then it started dropping in 13, and it's down.
How many habitual clients do you have? Do you have any that are on their third?
I have had folks on their third, and usually it's a matter of people living on really marginal income.
And having credit, access to credit.
They just offer it to them like candy.
Because right after a bankruptcy,
yep,
like 6 months later, if they have income, most people are getting credit cards again.
Yep, 6 months to a year, yeah.
Because how do the banks...
And whose fault is that? I mean, it's a two-sided issue.
They know, yeah, but the banks know
the banks love you. They love you. They will tell you, you've got a taste for credit. They make all their money on the interest and the late fees.
Are you kidding? They make a ton of...
Tons.
You think you
They call people who pay their cards off every month freeloaders.
Yeah, I'm a freeloader.
Yep.
I live on mine for the 2%.
Right, and for the points or whatever else
that's what I'm saying. 2% back, I live on mine. So these guys, I think Ramsey's one that says, oh, we never use credit. I understand what he's saying. He's saying don't misuse it, although he comes out and actually says don't even have a credit card.
That's silly.
Well, okay, I save 2% on everything I do.
And you build credit so you get good interest rates when you're,
Well, when you want to, well, no, he's saying you pay cash for everything. But if I can go out and buy a car and get 0%, why wouldn't I want to keep my money in the stock market or in an investment when I'm not paying any interest? It drives me crazy, that weird advice. I understand where he's coming
That's
from.
That's an extreme point of view.
It is an extreme
I don't like
point.
to live in extremes.
All right, one line open, 303-713-8255. By the way, don't forget to look at that video on Facebook with the Grove Apartments at Cherry Creek. Tom and I went out there, and we cut this boot off. This car, actually we didn't, but we kind of put it together. But you got to go check out the video. It says everything. And the owner, Joel Perry, P-E-R-R-I, him and his checkered background, I got to tell you, I just don't understand the apartment complexes that are using these guys. So once again, I think we've got another one in. If you're in an apartment complex that uses Park It Right, you'll see these weird signs. They're kind of like there's some neon green to them. You can see them on the video. Please contact us at live@troubleshooter.com. And I'd love to hear from him, but I guess he doesn't want to talk to us. I don't know why. I mean, he's such a consumer advocate in his opinion because he's found a new, better way, in my opinion, to blackmail people. He's patting himself on the back. My people tell me, this is from an undisclosed source in the industry, that he can't get a PUC license anymore because he hasn't exactly been a model citizen. And if you look at his background, you know, the third-degree assault, the domestic violence, the, you know, theft of like 100,000 or more than 15,000, it's crazy, and he still owes a ton of money. So, I don't know, maybe that explains why his so-called patented boot looks like a yield sign that was spray-painted with a bicycle chain. The new, better way. Thank you, Joel, for coming up with the new, better way to help out the consumer. Like the woman and her mother in her 70s from Peru. Maybe he doesn't like immigrants. I mean, I don't know, but these were people from Peru, and maybe that was it. I don't know. Who knows? Joel, I'd love to know. Please tell me. 303-713-8255. You know, I'm already up against a break because I went so long, but I got to tell you, I got some fake news I want to talk to coming back that it's going to blow everybody away. It's going to blow everybody away, and I need opinions from everybody in here. But meantime, I promise, Dwayne, you will be next soon as we come back, and then Ray, and then Gary, then Susan. I promise, we'll do it in there. But I got to tell you about something over the weekend. If you have any issues with your plumbing, heating, cooling, or electric, or maybe because of the big turkey dinner going down the disposal, you have a drain clogged. Listen to me. 93 or it's free for drain cleaning with Plumbline Services. If you need a line cleaned during the holiday and into next week, 93 or it's free. The other thing they do, if you have maybe a socket or some electrical problem in your house, listen to me. This is one of the best deals out there. You're going to get a licensed, bonded, and insured electrician out to your house to diagnose the problem and fix it for $149 total, or it's free. What do I mean by that? If they get out there and let's say you need the whole panel or something that's just crazy, of course they can't do it for $149, so they'll give you a quote and not charge anything for the diagnostics or the trip charge or anything. $149 or it's free. You got some light sockets out, maybe an outside socket that hasn't worked forever. Call them up, $149 or it's free. Plumbline Services, remember, 93 are free on drain cleaning, or $149 fine fixer free on electrical problems. And if you have any HVAC, need a new furnace, need a new air conditioner, you know who to call, Plumbline. Ready? 303-586-1086, 303-586-1086, Plumbline Services. What did I do before? I did Plumbline.
Here we go. This is what Tommy said.
I did Rockies. Did I not?
I haven't heard. I didn't right under the door.
Okay. Who did I just do?
Not Rockies. You did Plumline.
No, who did I do prior to Plumline?
You did Plumline. You haven't done Plumline. I got Al Capone.
Okay, hold on. I did personal. Reverse. Oh, thank you. Email. Reverse.
Okay, but I'm getting Al on. Okay.
Okay.
I think he's going to be available.
Or in between something that become the better.
You would. Meanwhile, this commercial is mainly aimed at family because usually it's the family and loved ones who recommend rehabilitation. They call the Raleigh House. We've met with these people. They are genuine from top to bottom. They absolutely have a love for people and for what they do. If you call the Raleigh House, they want to help you help the addict in your life, whether it's alcoholism, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, meth. Painkillers are the biggest thing right now. Stimulants, sedatives, and even marijuana has caused problems for many. If you have a loved one who is an addict, they can help you approach them even. Here's the number for the Raleigh House, 720-893-5559, 720-893-5559, TheRaleighHouse.com, 720-893-5559.
We came out and took a look at the property, and it was a 3-story, just amazing house. And we go down to the basement, and it's full.
You get a call from your doctor. You should probably come in fairly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that suck? Oh shit, that's my doctor.
No, Greg, it'll be a text.
Right. Go to doctor now.
Right. Doctor would
Maintenance
like to see you.
required.
We don't want to tell you why, but you need to come in now.
If you're in a driverless category, you have a choice. They'll just take you to the
Don't worry, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Don't run here.
Good point.
Don't even walk that fast. Yes.
Take a lift. Not an Uber.
Not an Uber.
Oh my goodness. That is funny.
Okay, Mark.
Okay, better.
Bobby on Facebook says.
Okay. Think.
He can hear you.
I think that happened last night.
Typing?
I don't even want to think about it now.
Bobby on Facebook says it sounds like you're talking through a
Yep,
phone
it
speaker.
was. I shut the camera down. and
Oh,
then
we thought maybe it was
both of us
Mark
up. Nope,
hollering
nope,
too loud here. Like, back it up,
No,
baby.
it's not
He
online.
actually blew the
It's,
speaker.
it's in between breaks, it was. I listened to it
I got
again.
my break
So I
and
had
I
to
went
shut the
out
camera
and
down and bring it up again. It's good now.
Okay, I don't even want to deal with it. Okay?
Yep. I don't know when it went bad.
Oh, tell Drew to play some David Cassidy.
Oh, yeah.
David Cassidy.
Yeah, how old was he?
He got 67. Let me go tell Drew your
But he-
request
well,
about David Cassidy.
He was at a concert last spring, they said, when he
Didn't
actually...
he fall down or something? No,
Oh,
Tom's
did he?
acting
Tom
crazy.
Petty had a world tour
Oh,
and then died.
Yeah,
I missed it.
yeah, I know. He was
No,
here. I know. It's terrible.
It was
Orchard
like,
family.
I tried to get tickets and it was
Oh,
like $780.
no.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, and then I walked around here going, all right, where are my Tom Petty
Right,
tickets?
come on. Hook me up.
Nobody. I go,
No.
Corey, there were supposed to be 2 tickets for Tom Petty left here.
Good one.
I go, "Okay."
Good one. That's Daphne, she's a thinker.
I got beer. I didn't
Okay.
That's the day I got beer.
Oh, okay. Well, I know.
Well, I'll send you
How
back
about the
with
beer?
a beer for
Will that be good?
Dan and you.
Well,
You guys got that text when you were in Mexico about?
Are you on the speed too?
that's right. Everything is off that goes in there. Can you hear it okay?
I can hear it. I just was wondering. I was messing with the volume and I might have
It's-
screwed something.
No, it wasn't you. It was this here. I just had to shut it down.
You know, I want to mention we had Joe in from Become the Banker a couple days ago. His seminars are coming up. You just go to becomethebanker.info to sign up. But basically, you overfund life insurance. It's a tax shelter that Uncle Sam has basically created loopholes for. And you can make 4 or 5%, and it's very safe money. You know, I'm more aggressive because of my age and because of what I do. But I got to tell you, I can't think of a better, more safe way to make 4 or 5%. You can't do it in a bank right now. There's no way else to do it. But I like how Joe does this. You actually go to the seminar and you learn about the product, and you decide if it's right for you or not. You don't have to put all your money in there by any means, but it's a way to diversify and have safe money that's returning 4 or 5%. And as interest rates go up, which they are going to be going up, you'll even make more. But becomethebanker.info. Check it out. Sign up. They have them coming up on 11, 28, 29th, and 30th of November, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all different places, but just go to becomethebanker.info to learn more, or you can call 303-779-6600. I got to talk about fake news real quick. I promise I'm going to hop right to the phones, but I got to tell you, this study came out, and I got to pull it up here, and it's driving me crazy.
Is it a fake study?
I believe it's completely fake news.
Okay.
It says more women are happier being single than men, and it goes on to say this.
Oh, really?
This is the part that I believe is fake news. Okay? It says that in general the reason more women are happier being single, and we're talking a lot, like 75% versus 49%, and we're talking all ages. You know, they're really talking 35 and up, but they're talking all ages. It goes on to say the reason they think, you ready for this? Dan, hold on to your hat. Okay? They make the claim. Greg, listen to me. Drew, you're getting close to getting married. You listen to me. This is fake news. They are saying that women not only do physically more work, when they're married compared to when they're single, meaning, and I think what they're saying is cooking, cleaning, you know, kids, stuff like that, which, you know,
That's true. That's not fake.
I somewhat disagree with. But the other part is, the part that really drives me crazy, they say they have more emotional toll when they're married comparing to being single.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you mean, oh, yeah? No.
Marriage is work.
So
Mark,
you're telling me,
you're
telling me Suzanne and I are the only exception to this rule?
No. Have you been around a man when they're sick?
She's not agreeing with you.
What do you, okay, Gigi, you're married to Mike, of course.
Am.
And he's an attorney.
Yep.
And you must admit Mike probably does quite a bit more than you when it's physically, right? And
you mean like picking stuff up, moving things that are heavy?
No, not. Well, yeah, you can actually, I would put that stuff in there. You're right.
Right.
So actually,
he's
Gigi brings up a good point.
By a good bit.
If you add up everything that I have picked up in pounds compared to Suzanne over our 25 years, I have lifted...
That's all you got. That's all you got?
Right?
The emotional lifting...
Emotional lifting is what they're talking about.
Well, okay, what do you think on the emotional lifting? Seriously, you think women have more of... It's harder...
In most relationships...
Yes.
You know, who's in charge of making sure everyone's, for the whole extended family, birthdays are recognized, gifts are sent,
Google
checks
Calendar.
but who sends...
I'm inside, he's outside. And it's a big joke with us.
Well, here's what gets me. They're saying basically single women have less stress and less responsibility than married women. So in other words, they're saying if you get married, get ready to do more physical work around the house, and then get ready to have more stress, you know, more emotional heaviness, if you will.
I think that's true. Don't married men live longer?
But men are the opposite.
Men, and it's the opposite for women?
Yes.
That's right, Gigi.
But they're saying, this is the part that I don't agree with. They're saying men, when they get married, what they have to do goes down.
Okay.
Physically, there's less to do. And there's less of an emotional toll because the woman picks up on it.
Ironing, carrying children.
Fake news.
I get
bet
where you're
this is
coming
CNN.
from, Mark. I hear you.
All right, listen,
you are heard.
We've got a lot coming up, I promise. I promise I'll go to the phones after the break. 303-713-8255. Dwayne, Susan, Ray, Gary. I promise. We also have gift cards to give away. I'm Mark Major. We'll be right back.
Sheridan Auto Check. Good people. And isn't that what...
Oh, God, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a big joke with my husband and I. It's like,
that's outside of work. No, that's pretty much how ours breaks out, except...
Yeah, they'll be able to pay.
I got to a point where my Sundays were killing me because I have to do everything. And now Mike folds the laundry for me. I guess it could have been the corner of a door. I can't even tell you. It's not even the time. It's just like he's sitting there and he's doing it.
I fold the laundry. It makes me feel happier.
I can see that.
I feel better about my life.
Where's the honeydew
trial versus right Monday. Email so much better. I mean, he's a
fix-it guy.
Yeah, which is nice. Mike can fix stuff, but he's kind of like, I only get basically 1 day a week. I don't want to spend it. Also, if it's called there's a gradation. He would pay someone at a certain point.
What was he
like? He's going to the Archie family.
Okay.
Is that really what he was in?
Yeah, what's the song David Cassidy did from the Park?
I'm too young for that.
Who the hell is he? Actually,
Partridge Family. He was the guy singer.
I thought that was just a TV show.
No, he was one of the biggest heartthrobs of all time. He was with him and Donny Osmond.
So he was like me back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you've been protected by your marriage from the toll of being a sex object.
Oh, you would think so.
Suzanne carries the brunt of it on her shoulders. She absorbs it for you.
Right.
She's not sending those. Actually, was on a podcast I listened to. That's
that.
different. Yeah. That's the monkey. Yeah.
Huge thank you for your service.
Now they've had a lot of stuff.
Is the audio good now?
Yeah, this guy,
Facebook just went down. Speed test went down about Facebook.
These are his greatest hits. How did he make a whole...
The audio, I shut the camera down.
Yeah, because he was such a heartthrob. It's the nostalgia
high-tech
thing.
studio.
I bet he on Broadway. He was in like Broadway shows. And Technicolor Dreamcoat and stuff like that, maybe.
Whether or not you previously used this
Back
bank,
up
you
again.
still have access to the
He
VA
lived
loan
off of
program.
that.
VA loans have no
Oh, he was on The
down payment, no
Apprentice?
mortgage insurance, and relaxed credit
He was on The
requirements.
Apprentice.
American Financing has salary-based mortgage
Oh,
control,
he was
no
fired.
upfront
He
fees,
didn't win.
and a free
Right,
call
if he didn't win, he got
only
fired,
takes 10
unless he
minutes.
dropped out.
Call American Financing today at 303-697-7000.
I thought Lee Garrett was cute. Yeah, that was more, me too.
Or online
You know,
at
they filmed
AmericanFinancing.net.
a movie at Laredo High School next to Smoky Hill.
Get help with highly respected
And it
trial
was,
attorney Joe Mazzara. He's offering a free initial
all of those
consultation and up
guys
to $500
that were
off.
famous back then. Matt
303-697-7000.
Dillon.
Yeah.
God, I love Matt Dillon. He dated my friend Lisa while he was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he nice?
He was.
That's good to know.
Matt Dillon, was that the guy from 90210?
No,
who
he
that?
was movies only.
He has TV shows.
Who was the guy on 90?
Matt, his brother is on Entourage. Matt
But
Dillon's
who was the
brother.
90, that show 90 about
That would
Beverly
be
Hills?
Jason Priestley
Okay,
and Luke
okay.
Perry.
Okay. Luke Perry, that's
Yeah.
the one.
He's on Riverdale.
Have you seen The Good Doctor?
No. Who's on that?
Have to watch it. Nobody.
Yeah, but it's a really good show.
So I fundraised for we got 35 acres of land donated by opening a community for special needs. This is a doctor that has autism.
Wow.
He's so,
Oh,
and he
that's so
has the
cool.
Vaughan syndrome, and so he's very,
That
very
sounds
smart.
really interesting.
It is such a good movie. And
It's a movie.
I mean, TV
Just
show.
a TV show. Okay.
TV show. It's so good. I got hooked on it. And
There were some scratches in the aluminum tin. There's some stuff on the inside.
What's it in for right now? What are they doing right now?
Oh, they're fixing a lot of warranty items as far as like wallpaper coming apart.
Okay, so it's a punch list. All right, I got you. Hold tight. Greg, go make that call. Let's see if we can't get that figured out. And then get his information, get his phone number. We'll call him back, too. But go call that dealer right now. 303-713-8255. I'm trying to figure out. I think Ray's been holding the next longest. Ray, what's going on? Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm here in New Jersey.
Okay.
And I was dealing with two companies, one from Burlington, Alabama, which was Coleman Properties.
Yeah, but what we're talking about, so everybody else knows, is timeshare, right?
Timeshare.
And you're trying to get rid of a timeshare.
Well, yes.
Okay.
And now it seems the initial buyer, opted out of the case.
Okay.
And there was monies that I had invested in this, and now I'm trying to call the.
Are we dealing with timeshare exit team? That's not what you just said there. You said another name, but you said two companies. What's the other one?
All right. The first one was Coleman. Company, who initially called me, stating that they had a buyer for our timeshare.